Good Choices, a holistic conversation about dance, art, and life with Sabine Parzer. Hi, everybody. This is Sabine with a special edition of the Good Choices podcast. I'm here with my dear friend and collaborator, Alicia Grayson, and with Selina Labrui. Did I pronounce that correct now?
Yes.
Hi, Selina. It's wonderful to have you here. Alicia and I were here to give you guys a little bit more information on this special project that we're doing this year. It's called Coming Home to the Body. Alicia and I, we've been working together for many years, and this year is the first time that we're doing both a 12-day and a 14-day intensive. And Selina is one of the organizers up in Canada and Salt Spring Island, and we thought that Selina would ask us a few questions to get some more information from us and to share that with you. So I pass the ball to Selina.
Thanks, Sabine. I'm really excited to be here with both of you and really looking forward to this beautiful offering that you're both meticulously crafting. So maybe you could tell us a little bit about what people can expect to come away with from this experience.
Well, I can start here. The name is Coming Home to Yourself, to Ourselves Through the Body. So it's really about the personal journey, using various different ways including contact improvisation and authentic movement and bodywork and somatic psychotherapy and breath work and so on. So it's a personal journey, but also we're know that there's going to be people who are going to be applying it to their professional work. So it could be body workers or teachers or therapists or anybody who works some way with the body and with people or with movement or touch. That not only are you going to grow personally, but you're going to have tools and support for your professional practice.
And maybe I can add to this is we've thought a lot about the structure or the format of it. And one of the things that Alicia and I, we both really love is work in depth with the methods that we work in, but also in terms of creating a container that invites transformation or that invites healing. And we've been co-teaching these 6-day intensives together. And also, I know this from my own work because I work with teachers' trainings for many years. When you work with a group of people that get to know each other over a longer period of time, it's just much easier to go into, let's say, the juice of it or the meat of the process. And that's why we wanted to start something that's has a longer frame, that has a longer structure to it, and that's where we also came up with this 12 and 14-day intensive. So we're really interested in a deeper process. We're really interested in diving in both the physical, emotional, spiritual, collective experience, and that's what we came up with in terms of the structures. We will have 4 days of working intensely, and then we will always have sort of an in-between day for processing and integrating and also going out to nature, but also having sharing time, downtime. So we will have these times of intense intensity or intense working, and then also times for integration in between.
Sounds amazing. I'm really excited. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about what makes you, both each of you could speak to this, like what makes you unique facilitators?
I can talk about Alicia. Maybe that's easier than talking about. And can I say some of that?
Sure.
I think I would love that. I think Alicia is amazing, and I love working with her. I mean, we've known each other since 2008. We met at a festival in Hungary, and we became kind of instant friends because we shared a room. But I think what makes Alicia really amazing is that she has such a large scope of information. She's this amazing dancer and has this amazing passion for dance. but she's also this incredible therapist. She's this incredible guide for people to dive into themselves. She's immensely empathic and compassionate, and she's so present. I love working with Alicia because it's like at every moment in time, I know I have a sparring partner who I can rely on, and I know, or I can imagine that that's what it feels like for participants. Also, there's something who is completely there for me in this moment, who is opening up a wider field. I'm loving that I get to say that.
All right, it's my turn now to talk about Sabine. I would say ditto on so many things that you just shared, but in addition, I feel like Sabine has such an amazing balance of huge heart and passion, and then this big picture of why we do this work. And I completely trust Sabine in working with her because she has so much experience and with holding groups and working with individuals, having led teacher trainings for, I don't know how many years you've been doing it now, 12, 14 years. And
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just super excited about being able to collaborate again and in a longer format as well.
Something that I find really unique about both of you is that you hold, not only are you artists and professional dancers, choreographers, you're also body workers. And I know, Alicia, you're a psychotherapist. I know, Sabine, you've got training in craniosacral. Maybe you could talk a little bit about the backgrounds that each of you have that you're bringing to this unique training.
I'll go ahead. Yeah. It's really a mix of the artistic, through the dance, and the healing through the psychotherapeutic work, breath work, coaching, life coaching. So I'm trained in all of those and work with people and groups in both healing modalities and then the artistic expression through dance. And I know Sabine also, I think that's one of our unique attributes, is that we both have the artistic and the healing passions and training and background.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's a lot about like my personal path in terms of the methods that I work with, because I started out as a professional modern dancer, contemporary dancer, as a choreographer, and then my path really took me more into the healing and the spiritual quest, and also more into the improvisational realm, the work with authentic movement. But I also ended up working at a rehabilitation center for people after severe accidents, and so I was working in a dance therapeutic context with non-dancers and severely traumatized patients. And over the years, I sort of I just listened to the common denominators of what's going on in bodies, not dancers only, but with people. And so the path of looking at healing modalities just has become sort of a natural progression. So, I mean, we have this together, we have this huge list of trainings that we have done. So those are also all resources that we're drawing from. So contact improvisation has been definitely, for both of us, a 30-year-long practice almost by now. Authentic movement, the same. I've been practicing authentic movement almost 30 years, and I think you probably as well, Alicia. So that's kind of the dance improvisational background. But then we have this whole list of different methods that we study from, and I think for me personally, it's less about the mythology, but what's at the core of it, what is the underlying principles at hand, and where is the intersection between movement and hands-on work. So when we come from the bodywork side, I always look for how can this benefit the movement, how can this lead us into movement, or how can that integrate the movement back again. So it's a wave, or it's an interchange of methodologies that where it's not about teaching one specific method, but about listening what's needed at the moment and where does the group need to go. I don't know if that makes any sense.
We're both improvisers, so we call on, all of our wealth of experience to be able to see what's needed in the moment, and that's also one of our skills that perhaps some other people aren't so adept with, is our ability to improvise as teachers and facilitators.
Yeah. I mean, we can list the methods that we work with if you like.
I think people
shortly.
would love to hear about some of the methods that have influenced you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just read them because there's so many of them. So we have contact improvisation, authentic movement, contemporary dance improvisation, Feldenkrais, biodynamic breath and trauma release, system work, visionary craniosacral work, systemic counseling, Hakomi, perinatal somatic psychotherapy, feminine power, transformational coaching and facilitation, yoga, Pilates, chakra work, fascia release work, Zen body therapy, ecosomatics, and I would also add nonviolent communication and creative writing. So that's it's wonderful. It's wonderful to work with Alicia, and I feel like it's so, we're so like doing this with each other in terms of we don't have all of the same trainings, but we're always
complementing and weaving,
adding, dancing, complementing and dancing on top of each other's
Yeah.
knowledge. Yeah.
Wow. It's just incredible the wealth that you guys have experienced and continue to grow in your offerings. And I'm so excited to just soak it all up. And I know lots of other people will be too. Can you tell me a little bit about what kind of person do you think would be interested in this retreat?
Well, maybe I can start because we have just been working on this, putting this in writing as well. I think first of all, I think it does take somebody who has had some experience either in contact improvisation or dance work because of the time frame. It is an intensive. 12 or 14 days is a longer period of time. So I think a certain amount of joy, passion, and commitment to the forms that we're offering is kind of would be good to bring. So a complete new beginner to any of these forms, I think it might be difficult. You don't have to know all of them, of course, but to know that somebody really enjoys dancing and being in process for a longer time is definitely good.
Just to add that somebody who's really feels ready for a deep inner dive, and who, because it is a 12 or 14 day commitment, it is going to be transformational, and so somebody who actually is ready to have a deep dive with a group that not only is movement and hands-on, but it's going to be deep personal work as well, because it has to be. When you're going into the body like that, stuff comes up, and can be challenging stuff, but always on the other side there's the fruit, and that's really what we're after, is the fruit. But you got to be committed.
Yeah. And I mean, part of it is that's how we set up the format also, and part of it is that we are looking and guiding the participants through this transformation process. So we've done this many times together, where we're setting it up in a way of setting an intention, kind of creating an arc, looking for resources, seeing what needs to go, also what needs to be released, what's not supporting you. May it be beliefs, or might be internal imagery of yourself or of your body. So it's very specific actually in some ways, and then also setting goals and helping you to manifest that into your life, and we do that with rituals throughout the week. I think I wanted to add before that I do think it's a great format also for people who already work with the body. So body workers who want to dance a little bit more, to include dance more into their practice, or people who are coming more from an artistic perspective, who want to dive a little bit more deeper into a spiritual or ritualized process, to take their art also deeper within themselves. So I do think for professionals it is also a great format to tap into whatever information is being offered. And we try to meet people on the level that they're coming in. So we're also going to try and give professional information about what it is that we're doing, or have levels of sharing also among the different professional levels. That is at least our intention.
And when you say professional levels, are you speaking about sort of like counselors or body workers and that type of thing? Yeah.
Yeah, really how the work that we're doing together can be applied to whatever professional work people are doing. Again, it might be emotional work with people, it might be physical work, it might be movement work. So you don't have to be a certain type of professional, but it will probably, this kind of work usually draws professionals in related fields, but you don't have to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think we have to address all of those elements when we're working with people. And I think if we just lean on one modality or one perspective, we're kind of missing the point in a lot of ways. So that's something I'm really excited about what you're offering. Is it's just so comprehensive, really. Can you describe a little bit about what a typical day would look like for participants?
Yeah. So we would probably start with breakfast and then a morning session. And a morning session might be some movement, which could be in the form of authentic movement or contact improvisation or contemporary dance improvisation. And it might include some body work. We would have a break for lunch and then have an afternoon sessions. Most of our sessions would be probably around 3 hours. And the afternoon session might include some movement, some touch. It may include some personal work. We might be out in nature. And then we'd have a dinner break. Some evenings would be off, but there may be some evenings where we have a discussion or some kind of reflection time, or something more meditative. Or even a jam. So that's what you might expect. And we'll have this format of 4 days where we're have a structured focus, and then we'll have a day of integration or a day off where we might go out in nature, or people can have their solo time. So that's what you might expect from these retreats.
And maybe I just add, we do like to take a bit of a longer lunch break, especially in August or in June. So we're kind of using the downtime of the heat also. So we're not pushing the lunch break, but that we can start a little bit later in the afternoon when it's more comfortable to move again, and that we can use the lunch break also for integration or siesta.
Do you want to speak a little bit about how you help people integrate from this process?
Yeah, I mean, there's many ways, but I'll just name some. Through ritual, through writing, there's integration throughout the retreat. So there's going to be integrations. The days off are integrative, but also during sessions, writing, talking, touch, meditative time. These are all ways of integrating. And then at the end of the whole retreat, there's also the integration of ritual, sharings, having, sometimes in the past we've set up buddies that you stay connected with after the retreat. to hold each other accountable for whatever it is that you're really wanting to bring into your life. Because sometimes we leave retreats and, that was great, but you get caught up in the rest of your life. And so to have continuity after the retreat is over. So those are a few things that I can think of right now.
I think I would just add time in nature also, because we're definitely going to be spending time in nature. And of what I heard, Salt Spring Island is an incredible place to be. So, and also in Spain where we're at, we definitely want to include nature as part of the integration process.
And not just part of the integration. I think it's going to be part of, we may be doing authentic movement outside and some other sessions specifically outside. So that's, I think for both of us, nature is a huge aspect of our work and why we chose these two places to be at your place, Selena in Salt Spring, and then Arlequi, Spain.
Well, that might be a good time for me to transition a little bit and tell you people a little bit about where we're going to be hosting this at Rhizome Springs, which is on Salt Spring Island. We're in Canada and the West Coast. We're a little island. We're easily accessible from Vancouver, Victoria, if people know that. We're off-grid, so we operate on solar power, and we have delicious, beautiful, clean well water. We have a very sensitive ecosystem there, so we need to be mindful about using our resources. And this is another beautiful way that we get to, as you were saying, spend time in nature and really sort of feel a bit more mindful in terms of our impact and our relationship with the elements around us. We're surrounded by nature reserve, and then we've got a Buddhist retreat center on one of our borders. The property is 40 acres, so we've got lots of room, and overlooking a beautiful water view of Vancouver Island, and we have gorgeous sunsets every night. So it's pretty lovely place to sort of be in a little bit of our own bubble, and we can really go deep into our process. There's some beautiful freshwater lakes and the ocean close by. We have hot water showers if people want it, but it's known to get very hot in August, so cold showers are also often wonderful. And we have camping facilities for people. There's also, like I said, the Buddhist Retreat Center. They have some pretty basic cabins that you can rent if that's what people would like. And we can also assist people with tents and camping supplies and that type of thing if that's what they need as well, if they're traveling from overseas and that's difficult. We have beautiful farm-to-table type meals every day. And that's a little bit about the land.
And the dance space.
What about the dancing place?
The dance space, we have a giant zome, which kind of looks like a Hershey's Kiss. It kind of looks like a geodesic dome that kind of has a point on top. And it's a beautiful space. We overlook the water in there, and we've got wood floors. It's about 2,000 square feet, so we got lots of room. And that's about the dance space.
How far is the lake and the ocean?
The lake is about a 10-minute drive. The ocean, same, about a 10-minute drive. And you can also walk. That's like an hour-long hike that you can get down because we're sort of on a mountaintop looking down. So if you wanted to walk to the ocean, we can also arrange that. We can follow a really beautiful trail that goes down the mountain down there. The dome is about 27 feet high. So it's like a really big cathedral-like feel inside there.
Yeah. But it's open to the outside, right? Like there's air coming in.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a set building.
No, it is. We have giant panoramic window in the front and then some windows in the back. So there's really nice airflow that circulates through it. And we get lots of wind because we're up on a mountain. So we get a nice cross breeze that comes through. Yeah.
Sounds amazing.
It does. So I wanted to share a few informations also about Arlequi, because Alicia and I, we will be doing the retreat in a 12-day format in Spain in June. So in Canada, we will be in August, and in June, we will first do it in Arlequi. Arlequi has really a long tradition of hosting amazing dance teachers. It's an old farmhouse in uh, in in what is it, the north of Spain, closest to, or north, what would that be, northeast of Spain, close to the French border. So it is this beautiful place that has a lot of dancing tradition. Nancy Stark-Smith used to do her intensives there, and Kirsty Simpson teaches there a lot, as well as Julian Hamilton. And so they're really used to and love to host dancers there. So we have a beautiful dancing space of 160 square meters, but there's also a terrace outside, and it's farmland around. There's a hayloft where you can sleep on, so it's kind of this open structure that has a roof, but where you can see the stars from, and there are mattresses if you want to sleep there. So that's a bit more of a dorm situation, but there's also some private rooms if you like. And we will have amazing regional organic food that will be cooked especially for us. And there's also a lake close by, about 10-minute walk, freshwater lake, which is supposed to be amazing. And then the ocean is about 35 kilometers away. So it's a drive, but we will take some excursions and organize that. And we're super happy to host you there. So I would wrap it up here. Thank you so much, Selena, for your questions and for your initiative to host us in Salt Spring Island. And Alicia, I'll talk to you
Thanks so
soon.
much for your time and for doing this today. I think this is going to be really helpful. Yeah.
All right.
I look so forward to
Yeah,
doing this.
likewise.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm so excited for you guys to come.
Please sign up on the website.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
If you would like to know more about holistic dance and the Holistic Dance Institute, please visit us at our website www.holistic-dance.at. Holistic dance is an invitation to transformation through dance, movement, and touch. It was founded by me, Sabine Parzer, in 2010. It is a mix of different methods, a dynamic cross-method approach from dance pedagogical, dance and body therapeutic, systemic and holistic methods. We offer authentic movement, integrative contact improvisation, somatics and applied anatomy, improvisation, ecosomatics, and many more elements. I offer holistic dance workshops, I offer single sessions, I offer teachers trainings, embodiment trainings, advanced teachers tracks, year groups, and retreats. I would be very happy to see you at one of our events. And if you have any questions, please write me an email.